I'm sorry, I was that tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I was getting down with it.
Getting
That's
down.
right.
Is this the way you start the show? Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Let's go.
A little dancing from the Bobby Boy. That's right. Woohoo!
Okay,
Welcome
we
everybody to
really want
another
to grab
episode
the
of Game
Fortnite.
Set Live.
We really want to grab the Fortnite audience, right?
Yeah.
I tell you, you
That's our
brought it
target.
up in the green
That's our
room.
target.
Let's
Fair
do a
enough.
Fortnite dance.
Do the
All
greedy.
right.
Do the greedy now.
Hey ho, let's go. Palpatine in the chat. What's up, brother? I tell you what, man, we went from not having a lot to talk about last week to holy cow, there's news and a lot of it. So, without further ado, Power Man 4K, what have you been doing? And why are you on your Xbox and not your PC?
Because the PC platform. Listen, I'm gonna try not to get upset. So I am.
I'm gonna try not to get upset. This will be good.
I'm on my Xbox. PC is not my preferred platform. I'm gonna try to keep it there. It has been giving me a lot of problems. I had to completely reset it. So that means that like all of my stuff is gone. I have to go back through and figure it out. I had a big driver issue trying to play Modern Warfare 2. So I'm going to be trying out the Xbox and seeing how that works out. I don't know if it'll be permanent, but it is kind of nice being able to kind of kick back and relax. But I've been playing an absolute shit ton of A Plague Tale Requiem, and I am absolutely in love with that game. And I will say this: I'm gonna go back on what I said really quick. I still feel this way. 30 FPS is not acceptable. However, that game is doing some things that I don't think I've seen any other game that I've played do. Some of the set pieces that you walk into when you initially start a chapter almost blow my mind. Like the lighting and just the overall detail are just insane. And I wasn't like a huge fan of the first one or anything, but for some reason this one's got hooks in me, and I'm loving it, man. Other than Modern, that's the only thing that's been able to take me off Modern Warfare 2, man. So it's been a really good experience so far. I would suggest anybody that has Game Pass to pick that up. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm excited. We got a lot to talk about, man.
Yes. Anybody in Discord, that would be an at everyone. That's right. Fabio, how much is
Fuck off.
how much are games down in Brazil right now?
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
how have you been doing, brother?
I saw the hesitation there, okay? I just right in the middle of the sentence, I'm already sending you to hell, okay? Games are way too expensive. I'm doing great. Thank God for Game Pass so I can play some stuff. And what I've been playing because of work and a lot of it, I wasn't able to play much. I've been only playing Halo, a bit of Halo Infinite, and I started to play Pentiment, the brand new release from Obsidian, published by Xbox Game Studios, and I am enjoying it. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone, but I am quite enjoying it. Have you guys ever read any books from Bernard Cornwell?
No,
No.
the name is completely lost on me.
Seriously, try to look for it. Like Bernard Cornwell, like I recommend for you to start by reading The Archer or something like that. Like it's really good. And like I don't know why, but Batman reminds me of Bernard Cornwell. It seems as if I was reading a book, but for some reason, even though it is a game, it works to me at least, it works.
Yeah, Thimber in the chat says Penniman is a 10 out of 10. I keep hearing this. I haven't played it yet because the game that you see on screen right now, Vampire Survivors, has captured my soul and it will not let go. I cannot wait. I wanted to come home tonight from work and start playing it.
Wait a second.
I may start it up here in a second. You may see a controller in my hands while I'm talking.
Is this Vampire Survivor? I thought it was the beta for Avowed.
No, this is Vampires.
It's early alpha footage right here.
Early
saw
alpha
it,
for
very early
exactly.
alpha.
Exactly. Exclusive content. Thank you, Obsidian, for the beta access.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
And Ultimus, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Had a lot going on over here, IRL, but it's been good. It's been really good.
How did you make that? How did you make your screen blank? Like, how do you do that?
Well, I put in the avatar, but it just put it blank. I don't know what I
Wait.
did.
No. Now you are the one who's asking him how did he do this
listen,
with his
I
screen.
explained my
what
position,
have you
sir.
done?
I
What have you
explained
done
my
to your
position.
okay? Are you so jealous from Jedi Knight Peter that you decided to
little
use the
bit.
same screen as
I
him?
was kind of hoping I would come in all glitched out and weird, so I would kind of like maybe people for a half second would think it was him until I started talking with the American accent.
So we will try to do the thing that we wanted to do with Umbra and Mr. Bushido or something like that. Is this idea?
All right. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's see. What should we talk about first? Oh, let's talk about how Tom Warren shared that little conversation that Phil Spencer had on the Verge Decoder podcast, where he basically came out and said, this is not about Call of Duty. It never has been Call of Duty. And PlayStation, as long as there's people on PlayStation that want to play Call of Duty, then it'll be on PlayStation. And you don't have anything to worry about. This is about mobile. I mean, he said it black and white. It's not about Call of Duty.
I mean, when it comes to it's not about Call of Duty, I cannot say that. Oh yeah, we were expecting this, but like, what I can say is to know that they are going to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. That's not news actually. But like, I mean, why are we? I don't know. I am just so annoyed by the fact that this is still going on and like, oh yeah, Sony is still trying to fight this purchase because of reasons that make no sense at all. But yeah, here we are.
Okay, that's enough about that because I don't
That's
want to
enough.
I don't want to talk about Activision Blizzard anymore.
Oh, come on, man! I want.
Yeah.
So let me say something real quick before we change it out. Okay, so because I've been wanting to talk about this because he did share it, and the thing is, he made it super clear.
I tried to reel it in before somebody bit. I tried to, Fabio.
Good to sit there.
Listen, I'm just as tired as everybody else about talking about it. However, there are some seriously new things. First off, Phil is committing to Call of Duty being on PlayStation, which we already knew. It makes no business sense to take Call of Duty off of PlayStation, right? Which I don't even think that's what they're genuinely concerned about. Like, Jim Ryan's worried that it's going to Game Pass. Like, I don't think he had any inclination. I just think he was trying to start some shit so that, it get the pot stirring and everybody starts paying attention, but they were doing, so they shared some metrics about what percentages of money Activision Blizzard gets, their revenue from. 52% were from mobile. 52. That is a huge number. Now that the other two is console and PC combined. So the mobile market is absolutely crazy, and most of it is coming from Candy Crush. I think Call of Duty Mobile was the next in line, and then Hearthstone and Diablo Immortals in there too, which is actually, a lot of people crapped all over that game, but it's actually really successful, because that's just what phone games do, man. Like they just make a ton of money. That's why Phil is looking at this. I mean, Call of Duty is great and it'll help Game Pass, but I'm telling you right now, like, and people may not want to hear this, Xbox fans included, but they're way more concerned with Candy Crush than they are with Call of Duty. Which is why I think Phil was willing to go out there and just say, listen, like it's going to PlayStation. It's not going anywhere. You can almost see that he was almost like frustrated and like didn't really care. Like he's like, dude, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
like,
he had definitely like read a bunch of mean tweets before he got on that podcast.
Yeah, you could see it on his face. He's starting to get a little frustrated with the whole situation. You can tell.
He even said PlayStation had 7 legs, which whatever that means.
Yeah.
What?
He said PlayStation had 7 legs.
Okay, do you guys have any PlayStations? Check this out, please. Start
He
counting.
said,
I'm looking for it now.
He said Spencer says it's not about pulling the rug underneath of PlayStation's 7 legs.
What? Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay, Phil. Should I say no? I won't be saying this. Like I was about to say,
no.
Phil, go.
Okay, so he was referring to PlayStation 7's legs. So he's basically saying, okay, by the time this may come into question, there'll be a PlayStation 7.
Bob, go home. You're drunk. Like goddamn.
I am home. Gosh.
Go to any other home then.
I mean, 7 legs. No, it did. If he had said 7 faces, that would have made sense. But 7 legs doesn't make any sense.
Does it? Wait a second,
Yeah.
but like, does it make any sense? 7 faces? You sure?
At least 2.
Yeah.
Thanks.
At least 2.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't have a PlayStation console here with me. So I cannot check if there's any faces or legs on it. So yeah.
Mine's got a base on it, but
It does. Does it count as a leg? Does it count as a leg?
Yeah, mine's got 1 leg. 1 leg.
Okay. I gotta say this is going to be a very productive podcast because we are now discussing about legs and faces.
That's right.
That's amazing. Maybe we should go to the next topic
right.
then.
Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna stop pulling them legs down. We're going to the next topic. So, y'all heard about Mick Gordon. Mick Gordon is a very famous composer in the games industry. He did the music for Doom 2016, and he did the soundtrack for Doom 2016. And so he was brought on board to do the music for gameplay and apparently the soundtrack for Doom Eternal. And let's just say he was not happy with ID Software's treatment of the music business. Have you all read the article? I actually sat and read the entire article. And yeah.
Like I have no. Can you please give me some context? I gotta say I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
So basically, Mick Gordon was the composer, did all the audio and the not audio but the music, the OST for the Doom franchise, right? Doom 2016.
Amazing.
And
amazing work.
So if you'll notice, Doom 2016 was far superior to Doom Eternal. That was because Mick Gordon. Now, when we start talking about this stuff, we're talking about like hearsay. Supposedly, Bethesda and id Software were saying that he was taking too long, and some of the audio clips weren't even being used. So they essentially took some of his unused audio clips, songs, whatever you want to call them, and ended up using them in the marketing in the game, what have you. So Mick was supposedly saying, like in a nutshell, that he wasn't paid, and all this stuff was going on internally that nobody knew about. So he basically waited a while. It seems to me he got some legal advice because what he released out was very well put together, very well thought out, a lot of good talking points. It's on Twitter if you guys want to like check it out. I'm not going to go over every bullet point, but it was very in depth. And basically, he was upset about it. It seems like there's some internal stuff going on. id Software and Bethesda seem to be backing the current people that are working there. I was intrigued by it because I'm a huge Doom fan and a huge id Software fan. I think Mick Gordon did great work. I don't know what happened with Doom Eternal, but I do know that 2016 soundtrack's probably one of the best video game soundtracks that I've heard. And I know that that's saying a lot, but that was
good.
It was so good. I mean, it was one of the very few.
Masterpiece.
I like video game soundtracks. They're not like my favorite thing to listen to, but I could put on the Doom soundtrack and pretty much do anything and be entertained. So hopefully I just keep it short, but hopefully they work it out and everything's good and they can come to an agreement. I do think that posting stuff to Twitter can get a little messy. So,
Oh yeah,
it's one of those
like
things,
it's definitely not the best place for you to try to discuss about this.
yeah,
It's
I
not
feel
where
like
you want to hang your dirty
do
laundry.
no matter how you do it, it ends up coming off as petty, right? Like even when it comes to a workplace environment or something you got coming on personally, this stuff probably needed to be handled via
I
private
mean,
email,
I mean, when was Doom Eternal released?
2020.
Yeah.
Why are we just seeing
Well, he's just now releasing
this right now?
the overall. Like I said, he took a while and built it up and then went from there. So
Is this because of his lawyer's advice to
yeah,
like
well,
keep it quiet for
That's what he was
now?
I can't.
given legal advice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't prove that, but the way that his documents were written up, it like screams lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something. The verbiage and the wording is not something that like
No,
you
but
or me or anybody else would write up. So
well, no. Like it's just because I'm curious. Like the game was released 2 years ago and 2 to 3 years ago because we are soon will end in 2022, and just now we are hearing about this. So I think it's quite bizarre. Like, god damn it! Like,
Well,
yeah,
why does that
you
reminds me of the Bayonetta situation that happened with a voice actor, right?
yeah.
yeah,
Jedi
yeah.
That's
White Peter
pretty
just brought
different,
that up in
though.
the chat.
Ah, there we go. Nice.
Yeah, so after the yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of people are going to be using, well, they may or may not be using Twitter for that stuff much longer. We'll see how it goes, but um,
That's the rumor.
yeah, I think that I understand that people may feel wrong and stuff like that, but like I said, it's kind of weird. It comes off as it's a he said she said story, but it had something to do with one of my favorite. id Software is probably in my top 3 developers of all time. When it comes to games, you know what I mean. Like, so
Um,
anything that comes out of them, I'm always interested in. So
So the
I'm
one thing
sorry.
that I read in the article that I found very
First, no. I'm sorry. I need to say this, Bob. What the hell were you doing there before?
I was jamming. I had a song in my head. I was just going with it, talking about music. I started thinking back to the golden days of the Doom 2016 soundtrack, and I was jamming. I was getting down
rip and
with it.
tear,
I
man,
was
rip and
feeling it.
tear.
Fair
That's
enough.
right, rip and tear. So
Okay, fair enough. Carry on.
what I got from the article was, so he was supposed to do 2 scores
Uh-huh.
in every month. He was supposed to submit 2 scores every month, which is already pushing it. But by the time the contract was signed, when it was signed, it was already 2 weeks past the point where he should have started. Okay. And then, so any of the music that he did, he would get requests from the audio team to rewrite it, redo it. And they didn't even have like levels, like game levels weren't even out of the storyboard phase. he had nothing to go off of. So he's basically just making music blindly. And we've all played Doom Eternal. It's a very explorative, expansive world. And the gameplay clips that they were asking for gameplay in this exploratory world were 30 seconds long. That was it. And he tried to say, that's not enough time. You need to have a longer track. Otherwise, people are going to get tired of this loop and they're just going to end up shutting the music off, playing, doing something else, listening to something else while they play. And so they gave him a little bit of leeway on the timing. I think they gave him, they moved more music off the cinematics, more minutes off the cinematics into the gameplay. But he was still having to rewrite songs. They were throwing back things to him for rewrites and whatnot. And when all's said and done and the game came out, they only contracted him for 2 hours and 22 minutes of audio. When the game came out, he discovered that id Software had used every single track they sent him, even the ones they said were no good, we're scrapping this one, rewrite it. When all was said and done, they used 4 hours and 46 minutes of audio. They used twice as much as they contractually agreed to pay him for.
Right. Yeah.
So they got twice the work for free. So they basically just said, no, rewrite it. And they sat on it and they used it anyway. And he said that the lead, Marty Stratton at ID, eventually just quit responding to his emails. And there was, sorry, I was thrown off by a Jedi. I was going to try and get Risket in here. Well, everybody run to a mirror real quick.
I said the three magical runes that summon Risket.
But did you do it in the dark? The
Yeah,
bathroom
I'm
mirror.
gonna light my candle and I'm gonna start with I started with FSR 1.0. Maybe I should have went to 2.2. FSR 2.2 is much more powerful and it summons Risket at a higher level. So
yes, yeah.
Perhaps I'll try that.
It's a great idea.
Okay. Go on.
So
Go on.
okay, further into this story, when the Doom Eternal, when the pre-order was announced at E3 that year in 2019, they said that if you got the collector's edition, you got the soundtrack with it, okay? Well, Mick Gordon had never even been contracted to do a soundtrack. And he's like, well, where's the soundtrack going to come from? And he kept reaching out, and he wasn't getting anything from Marty Stratton at ID. And he finally went above his head to Bethesda, and Bethesda was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. We should contract this out. And yeah, we're going to contract you to do this. And so they agreed for him to do 12 songs for the soundtrack. And come to find out that the audio director at id Software had started working on a soundtrack on his own back in August, just using the cuts that Mick Gordon had sent in for gameplay. And Mick Gordon listened to the cuts, and he said they were not done very well. The production value was very low. There was clipping, there was popping. Basically, he was hand cutting and pasting tracks over tracks, and it was horrible. But anyway, yeah. So it
was a mess. Hopefully they get it figured out.
Yeah, it sounds like Marty Stratton was trying to go behind his back and get this done, and I don't know. But like I said, I'm not going to stay on it much longer. I'm not going to stay on it anymore at all, because don't air your dirty laundry on Twitter. Just don't do it.
There's nothing else to say about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, FSR, where are you?
Yes. Where
Next,
are you, FSR? Where are you on my Xbox Series X? That's what I want to know. But go ahead. Go ahead, Bob.
next. Okay,
It-
so Crystal Dynamics CEO Phil Rogers came out and said that we're working on the iconic Perfect Dark game, and the project is going extremely well. It is great to see the team at the initiative and our team across Crystal Studios working so well together.
Mhm.
We may actually see a product from the initiative finally. This quadruple A studio. That
Like
get
I just
hyped, get hyped, get hyped, get hyped,
no,
get
don't
hyped,
get me wrong.
get
Don't
hyped.
get me wrong. I am excited. I am excited. I am happy to see the the developer saying that the project is going extremely well, especially because yeah, it is a rare IP. I love rare IP, so yeah, I am excited for it. But like, how much should we trust developers these days? Nowadays, actually, when we see the way we've been seeing some developers screw everything up, but still say no, don't worry, this is an old build, everything's going according to plan, or we just want to bring you the high standards for the game and la di da, all that kind of stuff. Like, we do have a lot of examples. Overwatch 2, Halo Infinite, Battlefield 2042, Fallout 76. Like, I mean, so I am hyped. I am excited. I am happy to see things going well according to what he says. But I just wanna make you think: how much should we trust this?
Well, Crystal Dynamics is a very good studio. They have a pretty good track record, and so I'm pretty confident. But this game is a far ways out. It's not going to come out the next year, or the next year after that.
Hmm.
It's probably still a long ways away. But if they say it's on track and it's going well, then let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Let them keep working, and just let them keep
Hmm.
making a game. I mean, but a lot of people like
Nice.
Perfect Dark. I haven't played it myself. It was before my time, but I am excited to explore to see what the IP is like and see how this reboot is. So
Hmm.
again, it's far away out, but I say let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Nice. Okay, fair enough. Good point. Portman, Bob, what do you think?
I
I
like.
think that. Oh, go ahead, Bob.
Well, I mean, I like so. So when we got that short little kind of
Trailer.
teaser, it was a
Yeah, fair
teaser.
enough. Fair
We
enough.
got that short little teaser at E3, and
Wait, was
it
it
was
at E3 or was it at the Game Awards? It was at the Game Awards.
Game Awards.
okay. Game Awards it is. The Game Awards have it. It was one of those reveals. So it looked cool, but it was still at that point. All we knew is that the initiative, the so-called quadruple A studio, was working on it. And then when I found out about Crystal Dynamics, that just raised the bar for me because Crystal Dynamics brings with it pedigree and experience. And
Hmm.
all the way back to the days of Gex. Anybody else remember Gex, or is it just am I the
Gax.
only
Gex the
old fart
Wait,
here?
Gecko.
seriously, you
Gex the
bringing back
Gecko.
Gax? Seriously?
Hey,
Love
Gex
it.
was cool. Hey, Gex
Which
is that's
which
where
Gax?
Geico got the idea.
Which
Geico got the
Gax?
idea from Gex.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. I just want to. When watch a Geico ads during a Minnesota Vikings game, I just want to see the Geico using a tuxedo for some reason and sunglasses,
Thank you,
especially the
Thember. I don't
sunglasses.
feel bad now. Thember also thought it was E3.
No, no, it wasn't.
Gosh, kill him.
I'm right. I'm wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. Move on.
That's all
That's
I
how
need to
life.
know.
That's how life works.
Na, na, na. It works that way. Works that way on Game Set Live every Thursday.
Okay, that was quick.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Go. Good
But
job
yeah, I
there.
mean,
Good job.
I think Tomb Raider was awesome, dude. So I mean, I think that anything Crystal Dynamics is going to put out, I think would be pretty solid. I mean, they made three really good games. out of the Tomb Raider franchise. I think Perfect Dark has the potential to be something, some type of hybrid mixture of between like that and Hitman. You know, my guess is this game will be some type of third person mixture of Tomb Raider, Hitman. Um, you know, with a good overall. I mean, they have really competent developers. I think that if they can get the initiative going and really pumping out the good ideas and creativeness, then it should be solid. Listen, Matt Booty's already. I'm convinced at this point that Matt Booty knows a lot more than he's letting on because he's already been talking about Fable. Now we're starting to hear about Perfect Dark. I don't think that we're going to get these games anytime soon, but I definitely think we're going to start seeing these games soon.
Yes.
And more than what we were just than just basic CGI reveal trailers. I think we'll start seeing gameplay at some point.
Like I think the most important things when it comes to making this game works is sure, okay, you want to make something that it is going to innovate the franchise to bring something new, but you want also to make the game feel like Perfect Dark because again, it's been quite some time since the last time we had a Perfect Dark game. The last one we had was Perfect Dark Zero, and not everyone liked.
I like that game.
I like the game as well. I do enjoy the
I
game.
enjoyed it. I still remember playing it on 360.
People hate me because but I enjoy the Microsoft era rare games. I like Rabbi the Ghouls, I like Perfect Dark Zero, Cameo Elements of Power, and even Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I enjoy those games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, continue. Let's continue.
Banjo Kazooie, great game. Great game.
Yes, amazing, amazing.
Oh, gosh.
That definitely in my top three games for life.
No.
Yes, yes,
Top
yes, it
three,
is.
bro.
Yes. I'm
Wow, that's
sorry.
crazy.
I'm sorry. I am a Banjo Kazooie fanboy. I'm sorry.
I do. I'm with you though, man. I think that if they made a Banjo Kazooie game and they announced it and it was a proper, super good looking 3D platformer, that would be a huge win for Xbox. I don't see how it wouldn't.
Yes,
How would it not? Like
Oh.
how would it be like not beneficial to Xbox right now? It can't
exactly.
be it can't be hard to make a Banjo Kazooie game with Rare. And you know what's crazy? I just saw a thing the other day about Rare saying that they have all this energy and there's all these things going on. And I'm like, okay, well, if that was the case, let's start cranking out some games, boys and girls. Like let's get
When
some,
they're ready, sir.
Sea of Thieves is good, but Sea of Thieves is not carrying us right now, and I think that something like Banjo or another one of the IPs that they have control over would be an awesome addition to the stable.
Yeah, like that's why I'm liking the way Rare has been acting. I actually enjoy the way Rare has been acting out right now because okay, they are doing their thing. They want to make different games. They want to make things that they never done in the past. Okay, Sea of Thieves is good. It's really good. It's really fun, especially playing with friends. La di da. But I like the way that Rare has been sharing their IPs with other studios. We're having Perfect Dark coming out anytime. We had Battletoads coming back as well. I love that game. We are having GoldenEye coming back also. So yeah, I think that soon enough there might be a chance, especially with the Activision Blizzard deal coming through. If it happens, we might have Toys for Bob making a Banjo Kazooie game or a Conquer.
I would
Yeah,
rather
I
have
like to see a
another.
Spyro.
I would rather have another Super Lucky's Tale instead of a Banjo.
God damn it!
I
No,
really enjoyed that game.
I
No,
mean
no,
that
Super
game
Lux.
was
No,
cool,
no,
but it
Super
still
Lux
was a.
still. Yeah, like Super Lux still was cool, was fun, but like it's not Banjo Kazooie. But I'm sorry, you just hate Banjo Kazooie. That's why you're saying so much shit right now.
God, why you got to be so?
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Fabio
I'm
with the
just.
sword
I'm
and
just.
shield right now.
So aggressive about
I'm sorry.
Banjo, Fabio. Let it go.
No,
So
never.
you're aggressive about Banjo, you're aggressive about Milk. I mean,
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Noof Nukem right there. We need a new
wait a
Conquer
second. Wait a second.
Bad Fur
I'm
Day. Gotta have it.
No, for sure we do. But like, yo,
So
a great,
I
God,
couldn't
God damn it.
imagine that in 2022, like with this climate that we're in. I doubt that Conquer. I don't know. I just feel like Conquer was just from a bygone era. You know what I mean? You go back and play and listen to it, and it's like, I don't know. Would that slide in 2022? I don't know if it would. you know?
I I think he
The
might.
things
It's
that
just
wouldn't slide in 2022.
Well, Hellpie,
Yeah.
that game slid.
like
Yeah.
I think he might slide, but like I don't think is every company that's going to be willing to make that. Not every company is going to be brave enough for that.
You got to be
Noof
brave
in the
to
chat
be
said
honest. You
Fabio
do.
likes whipping out his big bird. All right, so gonna segue here. If you like the content, like, share, subscribe, tell a buddy or two. Um, this next topic is a little personal experience of mine that kind of made me think about the climate that we are in right now between
Seriously?
console and PC. Okay,
Okay. Nice, nice.
so
Fuck PC.
my wife and my brother-in-law, had been playing Elden Ring, and I brought it up to them the other night in party chat that hey, Halo Infinite has co-op now. And so after they got done playing Elden Ring one night, we hopped in the party together and we played Halo co-op. My brother-in-law had to play it through cloud gaming on his Series X, and me and the wife, we already had it downloaded and installed on our Series X's, so we played it that way. But my brother said, "Wow, I wonder what this game looks like on PC. I'm going to start the download on my PC, and then tomorrow night when we hop into play, I'm going to see experience it on my PC." He said it was a night and day difference between what he experienced on his Series X to what he experienced on his PC the next day. He said that not only was it like shadow ray tracing, but he saw ray tracing across the water. It was high frame rate. The textures were sharp in 4K. What
Uh,
the the big problem that I have,
um,
the big problem that I have is where did we get to the point where the game doesn't play as good on the console it was birthed on as it does on PC? Remember back when you couldn't even get Halo on PC? It was on
yeah,
Xbox only.
yes,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
it was a
originally it
different
was on
era.
PC originally, but like, and was
Originally, it was
intended to be an Apple product. That's the
yes,
crazy
Way
part.
exactly,
before the release we got. Way before that. The
Yeah.
exactly.
game has gone through many changes before we got what we got.
It was
With
Yeah.
supposed to be released on Mac.
It's supposed to be a
Yeah.
Mac game.
Could you
Then I
imagine?
believe Steve Jobs came in and just redid the whole company. We all remember that. And that game was scrapped and then taken back over by Microsoft. And then we got Halo CE, and history was written. That's how
I
it
just
went.
want to say, I just
Yeah.
want to say, if you are curious about more details about the creation of Halo and the relationship between Microsoft and Bungie, you can watch any interview with the one and only Mario O'Donnell, which is the magician who created the Halo soundtrack, or you can watch the Xbox documentary available on the Xbox YouTube channel, which is
Oh man, if you
amazing.
like Xbox, you got to watch that. That's a
It's so
must.
amazing. That's
That's a
so
must
amazing.
watch.
The documentary is so good. God damn it.
It was a very good documentary. Very well done.
But yeah, like but like Bob, come on. For I know that Halo started before only available on console and that's it. But like with the way times have changed, it is pretty normal that it doesn't matter where the game was born. On
I,
PC,
I
it's going to be better.
I
That's
agree,
normal.
but when you've got a
Well, I
game engine like Slipspace that apparently
Has
is
been
not
giving so
using
much power.
FSR but using DLSS, when the console is built on AMD technology, but on the PC it's being able to use NVIDIA technology, that to me just sounds backwards.
What GPU does he have?
He has a 3080.
Okay.
Yep, that makes
so
sense.
I assume his PC was upwards of a couple grand. I would say
Yes.
at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
His,
you know what?
He has like a 40, I want to say a 46-inch wide
Yeah.
screen. It's
You know what
wild.
happens? You know what happens on PC, Bob? You can get all the ray tracing in the world until one of your drivers gets corrupted, and then you have to restart your whole PC and start from scratch and download everything else that you've had on your PC over the course of the last few months. You know, and these are things
Power
that don't
that
happen on
Yeah, Power. I
Foreman,
should have warned you
Foreman,
about that driver.
Foreman, I think we are talking about a personal experience, Foreman. Can you be more specific?
Yes.
Listen,
Can you be more
PC
specific?
PC on its highest end, at the absolute tippy top, is superior. But I'm going to tell you right now, because I've been doing a little bit of experimentation, right? I told you I was playing a Plague Tale Requiem, right?
Yes.
So I have a PC that's competent enough to run that game at 60 frames on high settings. So
And then exploded.
I loaded it up and started playing it. Then I got tired. I wanted to come lay down on the couch. I finished my game, playing it down here. And I can say with posterity, and I'm not, this isn't, lying or anything. The game looks better on my Series X at 30 frames than it does on my PC at 60 FPS at 1080p on high. And that is just because of how the PC is interpreting it or whatever.
So I can explain that because I've been dealing with that for the past few weeks. Been playing in a lot on my PC. So the game itself has problems. It has things that are causing it to judder and freeze. Now I've been able to mostly fix that through some online walkthroughs and everything. It's not really NVIDIA's fault. That is actually on Asobo and Focus Entertainment, the way they optimize the game. It's just not optimized well, and so it's causing the judders. Now you can do things to reduce it, but you can't get rid of it. I've mostly been able to fix it, but I'm still getting a judder every now and then. The game looks great, but it's actually their fault, at least according to what I've read and looked into, that the game is having these problems. I'm playing it at 1440p Ultra, and I think it looks better.
The Series X is running that game locked. It has Digital Foundry 25% overall superior performance to the PS5. There are parts where the PS5 in comparison we're dropping into like the low 20s, and the Series X was staying a stable 30 at 1440p, interpolated up to 4K. And now in movement, once you feel the 30 FPS. But when you're like in the game and you're looking at a set piece, the set pieces on the Series X, in my opinion, look better. And I'm playing on, like I said, the highest settings. And even on PC, like think about this, dude, a 3070, a 3080, and Ultra is still getting sub or under 60 FPS. You know what I mean? Like that's
it can. Crazy. It does have issues on that. And again, that is the game. That's the game itself being balanced. A lot of people have actually complained about this on a lot of the on Reddit and everything else. That sorry, I froze. I just looked at KY.
Yeah, like could you please let Ultimus concentrate because goddamn.
Yeah, I literally look up, I see that, and I lost my entire train of thought.
This is Bob. This is a serious debate.
So it's optimization.
I know, and I was listening. I just moved on to the action figures. I was letting the kid in me out for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, you close your camera, you mute your mic.
Right. No, the people had to see that. I'm okay with that. Back to what I was saying. So it's the game itself that just needs more optimization. I'm 100% sure if they went back and fixed these areas and did a little bit more optimization, that the game would have less drops and less of these frame issues. Because every time a judder happens, I'm seeing the frame drop.
Ultimus,
every other time, I'm not.
How many times has a game come out with a pretty decent console port and a totally unoptimized shitty PC port? Pretty often, right?
Multiple times.
Safety.
Multiple times has happened.
So with all that being said, and all the potential that it could have. In my opinion, having a box that right out of the gate, Modern Warfare 2, for example, right, runs great on my Series X, runs like dog shit on the PC. And it doesn't matter how big or how strong your PC is. It's just for one reason or another, these issues
I have heard
are
that.
isolated to that.
I have heard that. I haven't been able to test the game on my PC yet. Not a lot of time and a lot of things going on. But I am hearing across some YouTubers I watch and everything that the game itself has just been a total pain on PC. Like everyone is having so many troubles with getting at parties, and the game won't stop crashing. And I'm hearing so much of that. Of course, I'm on console, on my Series X, no problems at all normally.
I mean, the
And
party
game's been
issues are
playing
still
right.
there, but that's across all platforms.
Yeah, that's across
But
everything.
my game doesn't crash. I play the campaign
hasn't-
with no
yeah.
problem.
I think
It
I
looks
crashed
great on my
once in
TV.
the beta. That's about
So
it. So the game's running great. So there are situations like that. But when everything is running right, PC does have that. And going back to Halo Infinite, I actually did go back and play the campaign and multiplayer on PC, and the game is 100% night and day because it actually runs great on PC, at least for me, on my 3070, and it has just been an amazing experience. Like, I actually don't really want to play it on console anymore because of how good it is on PC. But then there are the games I only want to play on console, don't play on PC. So it's a back and forth. But I think the best thing to say for me, I like having both options because if one's bad, then you can go to the other and vice versa. So I mean, but as we said, PC is always going to be the platform that can push everything to the limit. Even if things are crashing, it'll still push things farther to the limit than consoles can right now.
PC is always going to be the most next gen machine that we are ever going to see.
But we can't downplay the value of consoles. A
For sure.
$500 Series X packs a lot of power and a lot of features. Just for that price, it's a no-brainer. Because
Oh, yeah,
I know
for
people
sure.
that don't want to spend like what I did, or all the money I spent on my setup. They don't want to spend that kind of money, but they're like, "Oh, $500 in the Series X, I'm in." So it's that difference.
Or like
The
or
parity
free,
agreement though costs more money.
or like $300
100%.
or like $300 on a Series S. There's a lot of people that are actually using a Series S as their way to go PC. Like they prefer to use the Series S instead of their PCs since PCs are so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, in order to get something beyond a Series X, you need like a 3070 or above, or else just go with the Series X.
Yes.
And that's about it. It's extremely expensive. So for a lot of us who aren't like me and want to work night and day and not get any sleep and get their expensive setup, want to just go out and get a $500 Series X, put it right next to them, and play their games like that. That is perfect for them, and that's why consoles are still around for that reason. The affordability, and games are so much easier to run on consoles. You just press a button, the game launches, you're good to go. On PC, it is not that simple.
Hey, yo, check it. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't read out Thimber's comment. Thimber said, "So what a time to be alive. A new Pokemon gets a 77 critic and Pentiment gets an 86 critic. Explosion head emoji."
That's because
Thimber, I can see.
Pokemon games haven't ever changed.
Yes, I can see that because I don't particularly like Pokemon games. But Pentiment, that looks like a game I might be able to slide into. With a little KY, of course.
last Pokemon game I played was Yellow on Game Boy.
I love Pokemon as much as the next guy, but those games haven't changed in a long time.
Yeah, and
Shout
the
out to
Switch,
Red
the
Dead
hardware
Panda Gaming in the
is
in the
ass.
chat.
Like the Switch
Red
hardware
Dead
is just
Panda.
the fact that those games are stuck on that terrible platform is honestly
Yeah, we need
travesty.
we need a Switch 2. We don't need a Switch OLED. We need a Switch 2 with more power, a bigger screen, stuff like that.
No, what they need to do is they need to go ahead and put, since Microsoft is so giving, go ahead and put a couple of them Nintendo games on Xbox, bro. Like at the end of the day, That's what I would say.
But
You know,
you'll,
I
you'll
heard
soil the honor of having every game on a Nintendo console. It's a tradition.
I heard Nintendo ain't said
only
nothing to
Xbox
the
has to
regulatory
give their
committee.
games away. Xbox is the only company out here that has to give their games away, and as soon as anybody talks about wanting something back, then it's always like, oh well, that's just Nintendo being Nintendo. No,
It
bro.
is Nintendo being Nintendo. Nintendo's the only one that can do basically whatever they want, and we're all just like, okay.
Are we talking about the Mario games?
No.
We're talking
Just
about
talking
the
about
game or the
the
movie.
platform
We could
as a
talk about the
whole.
movie. We could get into that. We could start that chaos again.
Wow. Seriously, we are talking about the for fuck's sake.
No, we're talking about the game. If you zoned out, it's all good.
Chris Pratt as Cole Anthony. Go on. Cole
Anyway,
Anthony, no, go to the train.
back to
Go to the train.
Pokemon. Let's not start that. I was joking. Yeah, it just hasn't changed, and that's okay. But going to Pentiment, I haven't had a chance to play it. I'm hearing so many great things about it, so I'm glad it's doing well. Metacritic, so a lot of people are happy. Josh Sawyer's a wizard, so it's all good.
Yeah, true.
Got a little bit of info dump for our viewers. So the Witcher Wild Hunt free next gen upgrade, December 14th, 2022, right around the corner.
Sounds
right.
good. I cannot
I
wait
just
to
want.
jump into
Here's the
that.
thing. I just want to say, is it just a frame rate upgrade, or are we getting
No.
something else?
We're getting graphical
It's-
upgrades.
It's
Next
a
gen.
full blown. Yeah, it's a full blown next gen update.
Yeah,
So,
it's a full,
but if there's a parity clause there, though, it won't look any better than the PlayStation version. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Are we getting some sort of ray tracing there, or?
I don't think we've heard about that. I can look into that, but I don't remember hearing anything about ray tracing. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
not.
But
Probably
either
not.
way, from what pictures we've seen, the game's looking good on the next gen. I'm excited. I haven't had a chance to play The Witcher, but I've watched the show on Netflix, and that has me hyped, ready to go. So I can't wait to jump in when that launches.
Has anybody on the panel beat that game?
The Witcher 3? What do you
Yeah.
mean beat? You mean the main story, or you mean
Yeah,
all
like,
the achievements?
No,
All
not
achievements or the main story? The main story, yes,
main story.
I did.
How long
I
did it take
did.
you?
A long time. I can. A long when I started. When I started, I didn't. When I started, I had 12 years old. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. It was just such a long time because I didn't want for it to end. I wanted to keep doing the quests all the time.
Yeah, I never beat it, so I'm actually glad that they get a next gen update. I actually go through and
It's just like
play it on Series
Sky.
X,
Yeah.
like it was intended to be.
I mean, it's just like Skyrim. You don't want for it to end, but sometimes you need to end it.
Yeah,
Everything
but
comes to an end eventually, sir.
Exactly.
you could honestly theoretically play Skyrim like indefinitely, though, if you really
Yeah, but
wanted
so-
to. You know what I
100%.
mean? Like,
Here's the thing. I got
It
to the
doesn't
point.
end.
I got to the point with Skyrim where I was just grabbing the quests where it was the infinite loop quests. So, I
love
mean,
Skyrim.
that's the point where it ends. Because it gets to the points where kill this guy in this city. Okay, now I kill him. So go to the Night Mother from the Dark Brotherhood, and then she says, okay, kill exactly the same guy in exactly the same city. And here it is, the son of a bitch standing right in front of his corpse that I just killed. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I was the same way as Palpy. Like Witcher 3 for me, I've started it on like every freaking platform that I've owned it. And like I like it, but definitely like in my opinion, it takes some time to like get its hooks in you and understand. First off, you like learn like messing with the combat, messing with all the they throw a lot at you. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to grasp early in the game. But yeah, I think it's a good. I mean, I love the lore. I love the characters. I think, like I said, I think the Netflix show did the series justice. Seems like it's going to continue doing it. So
I
like,
mean, like
and it's free,
seriously.
bro. It's literally free.
I mean, like
So
seriously. Some people think that the beginning of The Witcher 3 was confusing. Seriously?
well, I
Each
guess
their own.
I mean just like grasping, all of the different what do they call them? The little things that he does, little magic things mixed with the combat, and
Uh-huh.
um, I heard a lot of people struggled in the beginning with that first what was the Griffin or whatever. But anyways, I was gonna say right now, if you guys
Griffin,
want,
Peter Griffin, out of
Witcher
the Southern
Witcher
Family Guy.
Witcher 3 is like $8 on sale for the Black Friday Xbox
Buy
sale
it.
right now.
Just
So
don't
get it
think about it.
now. The
Just
update is
buy it.
free, and then just hold off until they drop it in December because that'll be the definitive way to play, in my opinion.
Like not even if the next gen update wasn't coming out, just buy it. The Witcher 3 is such a great game. Why would you do it?
Yeah, it's one of the top RPGs um, that's ever come out. Honestly, I mean, and that's why I
Yes.
think that people were finally discovering Cyberpunk again because yes, it has
Uh,
some technical issues, but Cyberpunk is an amazing game, bro. Like it's an amazing game.
It's an amazing game. There's so many things to Cyberpunk. I mean, the beginning was rough, I can't admit, but as it's gone on, as they fixed it, the game has gotten so much more enjoyable. It's actually really addicting now.
Yeah,
And they're going to be adding even more soon. And then that big DLC expansion's coming. I mean, that game is just completely switched around. It is so good now.
if you
yeah,
bought it
Palpy. The
on,
complete look up the complete edition on the Xbox store. It's
Yes.
either $8 or $9. It's one of the two, but it's on sale from $49.99. So
But
an
I've been hearing that
absolute
a lot about CG
must
Product
buy.
Red's projects. They end up starting so horribly and then they end so well.
Yep.
I don't
They're
know.
good
To
about
me,
that.
actually, to me, The Witcher 3 had no issues at all when I bought it, and I bought it at launch. At launch, like here I am launch. No, I mean, I meant I bought it at
I was
release
gonna say, did you
date.
say launch or
You bought it.
lunch? Did you go out
You bought
on
it
Yeah,
lunch
on.
yeah,
break
You
and
bought it
get
on
it?
your lunch
yeah,
break.
yes,
You went
yeah,
out on lunch
exactly.
this afternoon,
I
bought it,
bought
Yeah,
games on my lunch break, by the way. So
yes. Here's the thing.
let's get that out of the way
I
now.
was at work. I was at the work. I was at work. Then I had my lunch break, and then I decided to just buy the game. No, just kidding. I bought it at
his life is
release.
very eventful.
Yeah,
Yes, I
there's
know.
a
I
lot
know.
going.
Oh, I'm a little
There's a lot.
jelly.
There's a lot going on in there. A lot going
Are
on.
you jelly? KY jelly? Seriously?
Oh yeah.
God, you had to go there. You had to
Of
go
course.
there.
Of course.
All right, all right, all right. Next topic. Next topic. We're getting Control 2 has been confirmed by Remedy Entertainment.
Nice.
Yes.
Can't wait to play the first one.
I just love how Barman just said, "Fuck it, I don't care." Like
Basically,
nice.
yeah,
No,
that's all we got to
I,
say is
I, I didn't
nice.
play the first one.
Nice.
I don't know anything about it. I heard it's good.
I
I
mean, I
played a
just
good chunk of it. It's a fun game. I need to go back and fix it. I was some technical difficulties here.
I had to pull.
Um,
I pulled power because he said he's never played it. I don't need a person.
Oh,
I need a real
okay.
gamer on my.
So
squad.
we need a new panel going out. We don't
There
pay
he
you
is.
anything.
yes,
Savage.
Max.
Actually,
just
you
wanna-
pay
I've never
us.
played it.
Seriously,
All right,
do they
sorry,
pay us?
man.
Hey, I
Wait,
played it a
wait.
little bit. I need to play it with the next gen update. I haven't had time. So many games in the backlog, but it was solid. I need to play it more.
Why
And
do
I'm gonna try to finish it before Control 2 and jump into that too. I've done that where I like leave games and I'll finish them and then the next game comes and I'll grind that. So
I said
happy
it
to hear.
I started to notice, like off topic completely, but why do I have the title the Brazilian now? I didn't put that there.
The universe.
Because it makes sense. Okay, it's what you
It
need
makes it
right
makes
now.
sense.
It's a
Seriously.
message from the universe just saying we have to show the world the truth.
But
And
we see that I'm from Brazil every
but now
episode.
everyone who tunes in will know. Everyone who tunes in now will
They
always
don't need
know.
They don't need to read. They can just hear my stupid and horrible English.
Yeah, but when they hear your takes and they want to come find you, now they know where to start looking.
Yeah.
Ah, great,
Be like
great.
the new Wario 64. You can share all the Series S discounts over the holidays, man, because
Wario.
it's gonna shatter those MPDs
What is
in
$250,
January.
sir.
I'm calling it.
seriously, the best analogy that you could make was
That's all I
Wario
got.
64.
Well, we could have done Nebellion, but he's gone now, so.
Yeah, he's out of here.
Ah, goddamn.
What happened? We honestly lost power.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
That's my new, that's my new
Yeah,
name.
I'm sure that's what happens. Um,
That's my new
no.
name. There you go. So,
Yeah,
What
so
happened, power?
I don't know. It just
That was not me.
oh,
I
okay.
Okay.
can't just
All
wipe
right.
you like
So,
that.
I was like,
So
man, I'm
back to the
sorry.
convers-
I'll go play Control. Like, give me a break.
No.
all good, sir. All good. So anyway, Fario, we were talking.
Fario. Fario 64, please.
Fabio 64. Love it.
Fawario. Fawario. Fawario
That's the new
64.
one.
There we go. That's my name
I'm
now.
doing good. Anyway, whatever we were saying, I lost my train of thought.
Control.
Yeah,
Control.
controls
Control 2.
good,
Control is
and can't wait to go on that. A lot of chaos is going on. I'm pretty sure the chat is just like, man, what am I watching right now? But
So
it's
I
all good.
only saw it being confirmed. Okay, it is multiplat, right? Like it's not just Series X,
no, it's
but
multiplayer.
it is next gen only, right?
Yeah.
It is only for the Series X and S, PC, and PS5.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
when it comes to
Then I'll definitely play it.
when it comes to Control, I just refuse myself to buy that game because of the horrible optimization that the guys decided to do on the Series S.
Yeah.
It was just horrible, and I think, oh yeah, is this how you treat the customer? So
And
fuck
I
off.
heard there's a lot of backtracking. I'm not a big fan of games that backtrack personally. I don't like to do that. And I heard the map was trash.
Yes.
I mean, but like I said, I heard it's a really good showcase for ray tracing. And it seems like it's kind of fun. You know, she's got powers and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know why. It's one of those games like I probably would enjoy it. You know, I just never got around to it, kind of thing.
Here's the thing.
If Control 2 is next gen only, I'm really interested in next gen only games, so I will play that.
Agreed.
Here's the thing that I like to think. Now with the sequel, Control is the quantum break that works because everyone here loves Quantum Break, right?
Yeah, it's a cool. Game.
But the media hate it, and it didn't get a sequel. It should have a sequel, but it didn't get it.
Yeah.
Control, which is exact, which has powers, has a shooting, gun shooting, and like when you watch the gameplay, you think, okay, this is Quantum Break. This is totally Quantum Break. At least to me, that's the thought that I had. And now it's getting a sequel. I am so like, god damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
it looks. I mean, I know. I feel like it'll look good. At least, you know, I think it'll be a good visual showcase. So that interests me enough.
Hey, you know, next gen only is going to be good. There's a lot of next gen only games that are coming, and I mean, those are the only ones that are going to really show what the consoles can do. These you know, last gen and next gen, or I guess now we're considered current gen. There's a massive difference there. So I'll be happy to see a showcase game like that. It definitely will be one of those. And just excited for it. I mean, Quantum Break. I need to play it. I have not. Don't take me out for that. I didn't really know about
Reaching
it.
for it. I'm
I
reaching for
I
it.
didn't know about it at the time. I
Ugh.
wasn't. That was when I was still in my casual phase of gaming when it came out. I'm gonna
Alan
jump
Wake?
into it soon. Yeah. Quantum Break.
Have you played Alan Wake?
What's that?
Yeah, go ahead and just kick me out now because I know it's gonna happen. I know of
You never,
Alan Wake. I know a lot about it. I know some things about it, but I've never really
you
played
never
it.
play, you never
I know
played
I've
that
seen the
one.
remaster and I've been tempted to buy it, but then my backlog leans over to me and says, "Bro, there's already so much in here."
Okay, could you?
I don't want to. I
Mm,
don't want to cry on camera.
mm,
You know,
You,
and
you should get it with
and
the
I know I've just
PlayStation,
broken
the
Jelly Bob's
PlayStation All
heart,
Stars
and I'm
account.
sorry. I know I just
okay,
broke his heart, and that
okay, Ultimus, we need to talk. We need to discuss the contract agreement that we just made when we accepted you in the show.
hey,
Okay?
that it's signed and done. This is like the NFL. Even if I get hurt, I'm still in.
No,
Oh yeah.
not no.
Hey, I
There's
will
a
get
very
my
small
lawyer.
there's a,
I will find
there's a
out whoever
small
Sony hired, and I will
Yeah.
get them.
Put it all on Twitter, bro.
there's a small
Put it
observation
all on
written
Twitter.
in Russian. There's a small observation written in Russian that which says we can do whatever the fuck we want. So yeah.
Damn.
So you write it in Russian.
The one thing
Yes.
that we wouldn't be able to know how to interpret.
You know, Jelly Bob, you're something. You're something, man. You're something.
Thank you. Power Man hasn't caught it yet either because I only changed one one thing in his.
I can't see it.
Me, wait,
Yeah, I
wait.
see it. I
Me,
see it. Yeah.
me, myself, and Ultimus.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I think we are really tired of talking about Control 2. What a great topic this was. I'm so sorry for suggesting this.
Okay, next. The Windows Central is reporting that Blizzard games
Where's
like
Ultimus?
Overwatch, huh?
Where's
Yeah,
Ultimus?
Blizzard games
No,
like
no,
Overwatch
Ultimus.
and World of Warcraft are being pulled from NetEase because their long-term agreement has fallen apart.
What?
Yeah.
Serious? Wait.
Yeah, but
Wait.
Jez Gordon talked about it on Twitter and said that it seems like it's just they're at a crossroads with um,
China?
signing contractual agreements and stuff like that. I guess
Yeah.
it's in danger of it if they don't come to some kind of agreement or something like that. But I mean, China is a huge. They do a lot of World of Warcraft over there, bro. Like they do a
No,
lot of World of
no,
Warcraft.
no. Here's the
So
thing. Here's the thing. Activision Blizzard, for a long time, was doing everything China wanted for them to do. Like, because
mhm,
they are very profitable. Do you remember the guy in the Hearthstone tournament, which was
mhm,
expelled and lost all the cash? He
mhm,
was banned forever because he made a protest, and like they said, no, you cannot use our platform as a political view. And then after that, they made the Black Lives Matter protests on
yeah,
Twitter, and yeah, god
yeah.
damn. And now they are
They
saying, and now they're just saying fuck China. Seriously?
yeah, yeah. It's
God
taken
damn,
them a while, but
god, god damn it! Like I wasn't expecting this, especially from Activision Blizzard. Like, god damn it, Jesus.
Yeah, be careful in this world. It just might get canceled.
I mean,
you're only canceled if you let them cancel you. That's always remember that. You're only canceled if you let them, and
don't
that's
get me
just the way
wrong.
it is.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I, I mean, I'm surprised. Yes, it took a long time for this, but like, I feel sorry for the players in China because, like, out of the sudden, the games where they spent so many hours, they got so many memories, they expend so much money, they have no access to it anymore. I
Well,
mean,
they do and they don't. There's a lot of different things they do. A lot of them just do VPNs, and they can have their games access that way. But
yeah, but
it's not a mainstream open thing. It wouldn't
Mhm.
be a mainstream open thing to everybody anymore. It would be in a background thing, and that's just how it is in China. I do feel for those people down there, but if that's what it comes to, then that's just it's just how it is.
Like, doesn't it make you guys start thinking like it doesn't matter how much money I spent on a game, even though it is my hard worked money, I actually don't own shit because anytime the developer can just pull the plug and then now out of the sudden I have no access to it, even though I paid for it.
Sounds
Well,
like Amazon.
that goes with anything nowadays, man. Like everything is digital, everything's backed up on a server, everything is backed up at the cloud. You
And
know,
if they decide they want to pull it, then they can.
and that's the thing.
Yeah, like
Amazon does
Like
that with
look at
movies,
Stadia,
and
bro. Look at Stadia. Now Google
yes, yeah, but
they did it
they are
right. They
going to
refunded everybody, you know,
yeah, they're
but
exactly.
giving everybody their money back, and that at least good on them for doing that.
It's actually huge props, but
man, I
like
tell you, if Microsoft ever shut down Xbox and they refunded me everything that I've spent on this platform, whew, I would
I,
have
I
a
mean
nice little nest egg.
I mean like
Oh, they owe me a lot of money.
I mean, I just hate the fact that it doesn't matter. Everyone every year, when it comes to games, is always fighting for. We want a good product. We want a functional product. We want a quality product because we are spending $60 on this game. But actually, no, you are spending $60 for the license to play the game. Like you don't own shit. I just hate this fact.
It isn't like how it was. Now it is the licensing and all of that, and that's really sad compared to the old days where I know we're moving away from disc. Back in the day, you could just bring your disc over, do whatever you want with it. It was yours till the end. Now, although myself, I do like having digital. It's just easier. I don't have that same I'll have it forever anymore. They could potentially take it away for whatever reason. Not that they would,
Now,
but that they have that ability to say, "Oh, the license is now invalid," which is a
so
scary thing to think about.
That has happened with some of the older Forza games. So Game Pass, it is your forever home for first party content. But when you get into the Forza games, you can have you can have car licenses, you can have music licenses, you can even have locale licenses if it's a true to life rendering.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I mean that's happened. That's why I'll always this next Forza Motorsport that's coming out next year, I will probably purchase because you
Same.
do keep access to it if it is purchased. You know what I'm saying? Versus it being in the cloud, and I think that might be why Forza Motorsport 7 has not reached Game Pass. Right? Is that a could that be one of the reasons behind it? I know they lose licensing from some of the car. Most of the time, it's the car licensing for
Yeah,
whatever
they end up
reason.
losing it, and then they have to work on the licensing for the next game, and it just is kind of one of those things where you're like, all right, we have to be done. Delist the game, take it off Game Pass, and celebrate the people that own it and thank them and benefit to them, and move on because those once those expire, there's nothing you can really do, and then you have to move on to the next game.
Right.
That to me, although I hate it, that makes sense. But I mean that makes sense in the end because that those are real life car brands and people these days
Yeah,
it's just how it is.
yeah, but like at least they are just pulling the plug from selling the game and not
Yeah,
pulling the plug
selling,
from
not just taking away
allowing it.
full access. That's at least
It's
the good part.
like imagine if like after spending so much money on the Ultimate Edition of Forza Horizon 5, you are now not able to play because of this. Like,
Well, I do think that it's like you see if you guys have noticed, like I love music and stuff, and have you guys noticed there's been a huge comeback of vinyl, right? Because really, like the only way to get a lot of this music is via streaming apps, man, and subscriptions.
Spotify.
And vinyl is starting to make a huge comeback, and a lot of people are going back to that because you actually own that. That's something that you can plug
good
in
enough,
and you can put it on, and you own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, vinyl, CDs,
good
and all of
enough,
that. Those are making a huge comeback
Which
because
is
I
good
crazy
mean,
enough.
because I had so many and I got rid of them all
yeah,
from back in
I
the day.
feel that with me, I spend a lot of money on YouTube Premium, and then I have Spotify on top of that. So all my stuff is digitally is all digital. I don't own any of those songs, and I wish, and I really wish I had bought some of these, but I'm dependent 100% on every month giving them my money to get access to my music, and
Yeah.
that's just it's just the way the industry's gone.
You do know if you
Again,
have
that's a
YouTube
good and bad
Premium,
thing.
you get YouTube Music for free, though. Just so you know.
Yeah, I've used YouTube Music. I just like Spotify better. I'm gonna be honest. I've
Yeah,
used YouTube Music. I just think Spotify is just better music wise.
their algorithm is better
So much better.
for picking like the next and like relevant songs.
Yeah, so much
Even
better. So
Apple, even
that's
I
why
use Apple
I pay
Music,
the
and
extra
even
money for
even
them.
it's not that great with like picking new songs. But I feel like Spotify, you pick one song that you enjoy, and like every song after that's gonna be like, ooh, yeah, like that's
You
like
might
that's the
enjoy
zone
the,
you're
it
in.
might be a song that they actually think you'd enjoy. The algorithm is a lot better. Um, I do
These
like
sweetheart ropes must have crack in them or something.
Oh yeah, I love those. I get those all the
They're
time.
so damn good.
Yeah, I get the ones. I get the ones that are like rainbow with the dinosaur on the front. I love those.
The watermelon berry collision. Wow.
All
Wow.
right, hey, gotta love candy. Um, so yeah,
Y'all ready for a new topic?
Let's do it.
yes sir.
So this is kind of ironic because of the game that we're talking about now. But Dead Island 2 has been delayed from February 3rd to April 28th.
So I'm gonna just speak on this straight out. Nothing gained, nothing lost. Good night.
I just wanna here's the thing. Here's the thing. I just wanna point out. Do you guys remember we talked about the that island to here on this
Mm-hmm.
podcast before, and I was
Yep.
saying I cannot be excited for anything if every single time we hear a release dates they delay it again. And what happens? Here we go. Here we are.
Well, see, we never got a release date before. It just got stuck in development purgatory.
Yeah,
So,
but
And then
like
they come out of nowhere, give us a date, and now they pushed it back. So I'm just like, again, nothing gained, nothing lost.
I just wanna say, here's the thing. I just wanna point out that Dead Island 2 is equivalent to Half-Life 3. It's not gonna live up to the hype. I'm sorry.
oh,
I don't
man.
even think there is hype anymore, to be honest. I think people have been waiting so long. We've kind of just hit that meh. Like, do we? I don't really care anymore. I liked
care.
Dead Island. It was a fun. It
I
was.
care.
It was a fun game. But I've
Who's
been waiting so
developing?
long, so I'm
Game.
desensitized. I've been waiting so long. I've just kind of wrote it off, to be honest. I do
Who's
care about it, but
developing?
I've kind of wrote it off.
Who is developing Dead Island 2?
Deep Silver and
good
Damn
developer,
Buster
bro.
Studios.
Well,
Deep Silver's pretty top tier. They did the Metro series, right? Metro
Yeah.
Exodus.
I just
Yeah,
wanna
that
point
was
out.
that was a good looking game, man.
I just wanna point out. You guys are being worse, or even worse, or being equivalent to Valve for with Half-Life 3, or with Left 4 Dead 3. I mean, god damn it.
Okay. Thimber, in response to Thimber's comment that I have on screen right now, the day before release, they will say it was delayed. I
Yes.
guarantee you, on April
Yes.
Fool's Day, on April 1st, they're going to put out a tweet saying it's been delayed to August or something
And it's
crazy
not
like
going to
that.
be a prank.
I
And
didn't
it's not
notice that
going
it
to
was
be a
on
prank.
that. Oh Lord.
It is not going to be a prank. That's the worst part.
Now, it will be a prank because everybody will be expecting, they'll be like, oh, well, they've been waiting 8 years. What's a couple more months?
Yeah, what's a couple more months? Waiting that long is why I wrote it off. I'm just like, I can wait another
Here's the
year,
thing.
two. I mean, it
What I
doesn't affect
wanna,
my life.
if it is supposed to be a prank, then instead of giving me a delay dates, they can just make the post and put in the lyrics or "Never gonna give you up."
Okay.
You have a fan, Fabio.
Fimber is from Brazil as well. Like, god damn it.
To be honest, all I care about is the next Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, which is probably going to be released after my grandchildren die. Yeah.
So
What if they
tomorrow,
offered you a complete next gen remaster?
Sorry, what?
Well, I'm sorry, not a remaster. What if they offered you a complete next gen remake?
Yes, I'll get it. I accept it. Give me.
I think that'd be a
Gimme,
huge W,
gimme
man.
now,
A
gimme, gimme, gimme.
full blown
Yeah,
remake
this
with
is this
with
is something
textures and
that
graphics and
yeah, like
ray tracing.
this is something that everyone was asking themselves, like with the way of how successful the insane trilogy from Crash Bandicoot and the reignited trilogy from Spyro went. Why didn't Microsoft start making a Banjo Kazooie remake? Give me Banjo Kazooie, give me Banjo Tooie, remake Banjo Nuts and Bolts. Do
so
it.
with so for Fabio, Banjo Kazooie, he's like Gollum, and Banjo Kazooie's the rings. My precious. I can't do the voice right
Yeah,
now, but that's with him. Like that's
yeah.
all he wants, and mad respect.
I'm sorry. I've been waiting such a. I mean, it's my childhood, and I've been waiting for a long time for Banjo Kazooie. So yeah, it
I
is.
respect mine. Mine was Lego Star Wars, and I got that. So you know what? You should get that too.
Like I just want to put out. Here's the thing. I just want to point out that the moment Banjo Free gets released, I will give up on gaming because that's where I stop. This is where I stop. This is all I care for.
He'll stop having a life. He'll just he'll quit his job. It'll make it his
No,
entire
no, no.
life.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now I can finally start a life. I can finally play video games because I already got what I want.
He'll be like he'll finish the game. He'll be like, all right, I'm done. You know,
Exactly.
my
I'm done.
life's complete. I've lived a full
Yes.
life. I get that
Yes.
sounds
I
good
will
to me,
shut
sir.
out. I will shut out both on Lizard 8, and you'll never see me again.
He'll just despawn. All good.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, Thimber, that rumor is still going strong right now on the internet for Rise 2.
I mean, Rise is a
Apparently,
good game. I'd be happy to see another one.
Yes.
what's
That would be
funny
great.
though is that we've never even gotten a graphical update for Rise. Why?
Crytek and Xbox still have a big beef going on. I think.
I mean, oh well.
I think it's so sad. I gotta say, this is a studio that I would be curious to see Xbox acquiring. To be honest,
So,
I
chat, do I need to get the new Sonic?
oh, we're talking
Yes,
about
bro.
Sonic.
I
Seriously,
haven't played it.
And
I
then
haven't played it.
with me.
Is it good?
is it good? What?
I've heard
Wait a
good
second.
things, but
I'm
I've heard
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
I've heard it's
I'm
good, bro. I've been
sorry.
seeing some
I'm sorry.
screenshots and some
Wait a
gameplay
sec.
clips.
Wait a
I'm
moment.
hearing
Wait a
people.
moment.
I hear people hated it because I think it was just too much, just Sonic, and I'm like, okay, that's my game right there.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Or
minute. Wait a
Sonic.
minute.
What?
It was
Sonic
just like it was
Frontiers.
just too much of the same Sonic formula, and I think that was like the big criticism. And I'm
Yeah.
just
Wait.
like, well,
Wait a
isn't
second.
that what makes Sonic famous?
Bro, listen, Sonic over Mario all day, and it's not even close.
I just want to
It's
put out.
not.
Here's
It's
the
not
thing.
even close, bro.
Ooh,
Here's the thing.
shots
I
Yeah.
just want.
fired.
I just want to put out.
Sonic
Here's the
was
thing.
always
Put
the
out.
better mascot. Always the better mascot.
Oh, Sonic's my favorite, always.
Banjo is better.
Oh my god.
So
Ratchet and
Thimber,
Clank is better.
Yeah.
Thimber throwing out the
Ratchet and
facts.
Clank is pretty awesome.
Legendary Sonic designer. His name, Yuji Naki. He was arrested
Not
in Japan today on insider
Yuji Naka.
trading charges.
well.
Well,
You just never know. You just never know. Things. You never know about
Okay,
people.
we are. I mean, we are officially now talking about
The world
random
is
news.
burning.
I'm okay with that.
But, like, I just want to point out, like, seriously, Sonic Frontiers is already out.
Yeah.
yes.
It's
out
out.
this
I'm
past
hearing
week.
good
Yeah, it's been-
things.
Came out
It looks
Tuesday.
fun. I
I
should jump
think it's been
into
out
it.
for like a week.
I mean, god damn it! Like, it wasn't this game. Didn't this game release a gameplay, and it was so fucking boring to the point where people were saying, "What the fuck were they thinking about this?"
It was a bad showcase. So I follow man, I can't shout out to him. I can't remember his name. Neo GameSpark, I believe his name is. And he's
Mhm.
been showing some stuff. And dude, like you have like Supersonic. You go Supersonic. A lot of the big bosses look pretty cool. And it has like the open world, and then like you know, um, little big like side mission, I guess you would call them, but they go like more vertical in the open world, not just like out into the open world, which I think is pretty cool. And
Mhm.
I don't know, man, it looks pretty good. Like I said, I think
Okay.
that I've been
Maybe.
wanting a new since what I would say Sonic Generations was probably the last really good one,
Yes.
really good
Yes.
Sonic game.
Maybe
Hey,
for the
And
first time. Maybe for the first time, we are actually going to be able to get a 3D Sonic that is worth a damn.
yeah, did anybody
hey,
Like,
buy
so
Sonic
of course,
Colors?
of
Did
course,
anybody
of
buy that
course, of
remake?
course.
No.
Oh, I mean, like, of
No.
course, a 3D Sonic worth a damn after Sonic 06 because this is definitely the best one.
Yeah. So
okay.
Generations was the one that revealed what's his name? The red hedgehog. Is it Rash?
What?
Um the
Gosh.
Knuckles? You're talking about
no,
Knuckles?
Shadow, bro.
Ah,
Shadow.
okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
Shadow.
What do you
The
mean
other
red?
the other
He's
the other
black.
red.
He's
No,
black.
he's like black and red.
No, he
He's like
has a red
he's
stripe.
definitely black and red, I think. More
Majority
red
Vic,
than
black.
black.
Anyway, or I
I don't
thought
see
majority
colors.
black. You don't see colors.
I don't see colors.
Wow.
everyone's colorblind here. I think it was yellow.
That's right.
Anyway,
That's the end of the show,
Anyway,
guys.
that is the end of the show, guys.
yep, great show, ladies and gentlemen. It was great. It
Yeah,
was,
it was
Semper
something.
wants a Sonic Life Sim game.
Sonic Life Simulator. Oh, they could go evil with that.
Yes, they
God damn.
could.
Oh, they could take inspiration from a couple of things. Oh, that'd be evil. I would play that.
I would
So,
like a
God,
next generation kart racer. That's what I want.
Oh
I think this.
yes, Mario
I
Kart, good old
honestly,
days.
Bob, Bob. I think the safest
Mario
option
Kart,
is for us to wrap up the show
just
because God.
because everything is just like that. Everything's just like that. But yeah,
yeah.
good old racers.
Fabio, where can people find you at, sir? And what have you been playing?
Well, I told you before. I was playing Halo Infinite and Pants. If you didn't play Pants, it's not for everyone, but do make sure to check it out because it's available on Game Pass. So what's your excuse to not for not playing?
Yeah, what's your risk?
And exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me here. Always a pleasure. You can find me on Xbox as Bullphone User 8. You can find me as well here on the Game Cell Live podcast. You can find me on the XPR Party Podcast YouTube channel as well. And you can find me on Twitter. It's on the screen.
Right on. Ultimus, where can people find you? What have you been playing?
For the next week only, I'll be on Twitter at Ultimus Gaming. And then still playing Requiem. I'm so close to being done. Can't wait to see the ending. I'm hearing that everyone's mixed on it. And you can also find me haunting Fabio's dreams.
I mean, what? Sorry? What?
Yeah, I'm in your dreams. I'm telling you, I'm haunting you about milk.
And here I
There's some
am.
good times in there.
Okay, and here I am just destroying the contract that you just signed. Okay, nice.
I think we already destroyed it when I said I didn't play Alan Wake.
Bob, did you do that?
No, I didn't. It's in the other
No.
room.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. I'll do it for you. It's okay. I got a copy.
Okay, yeah. All right. Power Man 4K. Where will you be playing? What will you be playing? And where can people find you?
I will definitely be playing on my Xbox, sir, and I will probably be finishing up a Plague Tale Requiem this weekend. And I'll probably be playing mostly Warzone, I would say, for my multiplayer fix, and maybe a little bit of the Diablo 3 season. I'm still playing Diablo 3, guys, since 2011. I love it. But That's it. Powder Man 4K here on Thursdays. I would tell you my Twitter, but it is looking like we may not we may not need to tell anybody our Twitter soon. So let's just see how that plays out before I do that.
That's never going to happen. Because as long as there's somebody who wants to air their dirty laundry on social media, and there are trolls and ponies and bots that want to fight, then Twitter is going to be there.
Yeah.
I agree. I just thought it was funny.
Red Dead Panda Gaming still hanging around. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They still play D3 as well.
Oh, really? Yeah. You guys hit me up. I need to run through some stuff if you guys still play. I still love that game, man. The game loop is awesome. I mean, I can't wait for Diablo 4, but
Oh,
I still play Diablo 3 to this day. I was playing it earlier.
I am looking forward to Diablo 4. I want to see how far they go with the real interactive world with the events and everything.
Oh yeah, man. The world bosses, they're gonna be like
Yes.
gatekeeping the levels and the difficulties and stuff. Like that's awesome, dude. I can't wait.
It's going to be
And
they
they brought the druid back from Diablo 2. I'm excited.
hope they don't screw it up. Don't screw it up.
Nah, dude, it looks so good, bro. Did you see that Series X gameplay? Oh my god. It was mind blowing.
Yeah, well,
Very pretty, very pretty.
no
Oh, yeah,
parity
it's
clause with the
so
first party
good.
title. Well, to be first party title.
Well, look it up, dude. Listen, the signs are in the times, buddy. And a Plague Tale Requiem is already proving, amongst other games that have already come out, that these next generation tiles may not be able to be helped, but perform better. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
there's some major issues between a Plague Tale on Series X and PS5. Like right now, it's the definitive place to play. Like if you want to play that game.
That game is still my game of the year. That is my nominee.
Yeah,
Cannot wait.
it's so good, dude. It's literally so good.
And this is KY Bob. I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite Co-op with the family. I'm outside of that, I will be addicted to the game that you see on screen, Vampire Survivors. I'll be here every Thursday hosting this great show with great friends. It was great to see everybody come out tonight, and it was great to be seen by everybody. Everybody have a good weekend and be safe. Good night.